We're right here live at AE University. It's authentic or nothing. You're now watching the Tough Love Podcast.
We with Tough Love Podcast.
Tough Love Podcast.
The Tough Love Podcast.
You tuned into the Tough Love Podcast.
Tough Love Podcast, baby.
Travis Scott is still feeling the aftershock from the Astroworld Festival tragedy on November 5th in Houston that took the lives of 10 people and injured hundreds of others. The lawsuits have piled up, reaching astronomical amounts. Most recently, a Houston attorney has reportedly filed another massive lawsuit on behalf of over 1,500 concert attendees. According to a press release, Brent Kuhn, founder of Brent Kuhn & Associates, is seeking $10 billion for resolution of all cases. With the latest filing, it brings the total number of plaintiffs to nearly 2,800. The firm has been inspecting the NRG Park where the event was held, filing various preservation orders with the court and municipal agencies involved in retaining world-renowned experts in crowd control. Kuhn immediately organized all the plaintiff law firms with bi-weekly Zoom meetings and filed a request with the Harris County District Court system in Houston to consolidate all cases involved into one courtroom. A hearing is scheduled for Monday, December 13th. Kuhn wrote in a statement saying, "In addition to litigating high-profile mass tragedies all over the county in the last 35 years, I also have run a concert promotion company for over 20 years and am very familiar with how you are supposed to plan these events. What happened at Astroworld was an unconscionable tragedy, and it is important that justice is served for all those impacted." He then goes on to say, "I believe our firm is best suited to help lead this case, not only because of the number of victims who have selected our firm for representation, but also for the fact that we possess an extensive legal experience as demonstrated by our lead counsel work on minty plant explosions, product recalls, and other mass tort actions." While the legal ramifications are likely overwhelming for Travis Scott and his team, they are already taking action. On Monday, December 6th, Scott's team filed a motion asking a judge to toss out at least one of the lawsuits. The filing was in response to a lawsuit filed by Jesse Garcia, who claimed to have suffered injuries at the show. Scott filed to have the suit dismissed with prejudice as it pertains to Scott, his Cactus Jack label, and Jack Enterprises. The Houston native issued a general denial, which will cover all of the 217 and counting lawsuits against him. In November, Texas attorney Thomas J. Henry filed a $2 billion lawsuit against Scott, Apple Music, Live Nation, NRG Stadium, and Drake on behalf of 282 clients Kuhn is representing. It's not looking too good for the homie Travis Scott, and the lives of all those people and families impacted are heartfelt. Whatever happens in this case, it still won't bring those innocent lives back, but at least the families will get some type of closure. I will stay on top of this developing story and keep you updated. Artist album review held each and every Sunday at 8 p.m. on Tough Love Podcast. Email your music for review at submit@toughlovepodcast.com. Make sure to label your MP3 files. One song submission per review. A man accused of racially profiling a black worker in a Tennessee parking garage with his white mom has been charged with assault after a video of the altercation went viral on social media. According to an arrest warrant filed December 2nd, Edward Brennan took a swing at Johnny Martinez, who was checking cars for parking permits in the Nashville garage after his mom called the police because Martinez refused to show them identification. A reasonable person will regard the contact as extremely offensive or provocative, causing Martinez to fear imminent bodily injury, the warrant states. Martinez told the Daily Beast that he was working in the River House apartment building's parking garage on the evening of November 27th when he saw the white mother and son monitoring him. As he continued to work, Martinez said he tried to avoid the pair until the mother allegedly told him, "You don't belong here. How did you get here?" In the video originally posted on YouTube, Martinez can be seen filming the mother and son as they question him. Brennan tells Martinez that he will call the police, and the mother, identified as Bitsy, asks for Martinez for identification. Brennan then walks toward the car off camera while the mother continues pestering Martinez. When the son comes back on camera, he strikes Martinez, knocking a bottle opener off his keychain. Martinez told the Daily Beast that when he went to pick it up, Brennan allegedly tried to attack him again. "When he attacked me, he swung. He almost hit me in the face," Martinez said. "He broke this bottle opener off of my keys. Then I went to pick it up. He lunged." Martinez said that he waited for the police to show up, but the mom and son left. When reached for comment, Edward Brennan hung up on the Daily Beast. Martinez explained that he worked for a booty company that has hundreds of contracts with properties across Asheville. His job was to make sure that vehicles at those properties had permits to park at those locations. If they didn't have a permit, we would immobilize the vehicle. He would put a boot on the vehicle, Martinez said. He explained that he thinks it's normal for people to be curious about what he's doing while checking cars, but with his large headlamp, knee pads, and lanyard, he should appear official enough for people to believe he's working. River House Apartments declined to comment on the matter. Martinez said that he was more shocked than anything about the incident, which left him feeling anxious days later. "I felt like crap," he said. "I thought I was going to have a typical Karen moment."
It's DJ Guate. We're right here live at AE University. It's authentic or nothing. You're now watching the Tough Love Podcast.
We with Tough Love Podcast.
Tough Love Podcast.
The Tough Love Podcast.
You tuned into the Tough Love Podcast.
Tough Love Podcast, baby.